say and spell your first and last name and rank.
First name is name's Juan Mata Jr., Juan Mata Jr., detective with Austin Police Sex Crimes Unit.
I guess just what's the latest on this?
Well, it started beginning in June. Austin Police responded to a kidnapping call in 3100 block of South Lamar. Patrol officers arrived. The witness said that they were picked up downtown by a rideshare. Once they arrived at the destination, the witness gets out to go and help the victim get out. Once the witness gets out, the driver takes off with the female who was passed out in the back seat. And then on June 9th, we received another call, same situation, 4500 block of Sinclair, where same thing, witness and victim get into a rideshare downtown on West 6th and 6th Street, or West Avenue and 6th Street. Once they arrive at their destination, the witness gets out, goes to go help the female who was in the back, passed out. Driver once again takes off with them, with the intoxicated female. Then on June 11th, I was notified by Lakeway APD that they were working a case very similar to ours, same situation, same suspect description, same vehicle description, or somewhat description. They developed a suspect by the name of Daniel Kifle. APD did an involvement check on him, which showed he had previous involvement with us, matching the same type of motive. Then investigation was started on Kifle. We had crime analysts, APD crime analysts, run involvement and find a few other cases. The most recent one was the 2017, where same situation. He picked up the victim and friend on West 6th and West Avenue area. They arrived at their destination, get out of the car. The young man gets out of the car to help the victim who was intoxicated get out. When he gets out, he's hanging onto the passenger door. The Kifle takes off and causes the male to fall down to the ground. He calls 911. Another kidnapping investigation begins. And then we went to the female victim from 2017, the female victim no longer lives here in Austin. We went and interviewed her. She was able to identify Kifle as a suspect that when she woke up in her vehicle, or when she woke up in the vehicle, Kifle was the driver that was with her. He eventually kicked her out of the car, and those charges were recently added to him.
In the 2017 incident, is there a possibility that this man sexually assaulted this woman passenger?
Unfortunately, the victim doesn't recall much of what happened to her. She recalls meeting the young man that she was with, and then next recalls waking up, and she's in the Guadalupe area, 2400 block, and that's when he gets rid of her and gets her out of the car.
Did y'all do DNA testing to determine if he potentially sexually assaulted her?
There has been DNA testing, and we're still waiting on the results to come back.
So it took a little while before he was charged with this 2017 charge. At this point, you guys already knew that he was a suspect in these June cases. What was the delay? Was it the DNA testing? Were you guys also waiting on feedback from Lyft about a GPS location?
We did. So 2017 case came to a stop when there was no more leads to go on. Once we developed Kifle as a suspect, we reopened the investigation. We did GPS coordinates to find out and verify he was the suspect in the previous two cases that he was arrested for. Then we had to reach out to the victim in 2017. It took a little bit to get a hold of her. Once we were able to get a hold of her, we were able to meet with her and re-interview her, and she was able to identify him in the lineup for us.
What do you think of Lyft's cooperation with y'all? I mean, they were able to provide y'all with GPS coordinates for this. I mean, are you guys having trouble getting other GPS coordinates from Lyft of other drives he gave?
None at all. Everything I've asked for or submitted search warrants for, they provided what we've asked for.
Do you expect maybe more victims to come forward, or is this something that you're maybe waiting to see if this happens?
So there are a few open investigations that we're still conducting. If there are any other victims out there, if anything sounds similar to them, or they recognize the picture, please call the APD Sex Crimes Unit phone number, which is 974-5230.
Is he a person of interest in any other cases?
There are some open investigations that we're still working on.
Any advice to people, using these rideshare apps? I know in a bunch of these cases, it sounds like there were, two people inside, and the guy just kind of left once one of them seem like they'd be doing what you should be, but any sort of advice for?
They're doing what they should be doing. They're taking a rideshare. My advice would be to make sure everything matches up on your app before you get into the vehicle. Make sure, obviously in this one, make sure that the victim who's more intoxicated can get out first, make them they're out first, and make sure then you can get yourself out before.
Did he ever drive for any other, I know we've talked about Lyft a little bit, did he ever drive for any other rideshare companies or taxis, anything like that?
What we know now is he drove for Uber, for Lyft, and Yellow Cab, I believe.
So he
Yes.
was driving those two at the time?
At the time, he was both, but he wasn't on the app at the moment. He wasn't actually taking a rideshare. He was posing as a rideshare, although he was employed working for Uber and Lyft at the time.
Is that in reference to the June incidents as well?
Yes.
So he went through their checks, their previous,
Yes.
any background check that they would do, he's gone through both.
It's whatever they require. I'm assuming they did.
You said the involvement check showed previous involvement with the suspect. What kind of previous involvement is that?
Just other cases that had similar motives that we're checking on and trying to reach out to victims to see if they'll respond to us and open the investigation if it matches and if it meets what we need.
Are those sexual assault cases, kidnapping cases?
They're still open.
Had he been charged in previous investigations?
No.
What is the age of the latest victim?
I believe she's 22 now, if I recall correctly. 22, 23. I can't remember, to be honest with you.
Early 20s?
The early 20s.
We'll take one more question.
Are there any other suspects connected to this?
No.
Thank y'all.